Welcome back to Klinga Games, and welcome back to the College Football Reset. Last episode, we kicked off Season 3. The Lobos started the year projected all the way down at number 100, but we shocked the world with a very strong start, picking up our first win against the FCS in dominant fashion, then toppling our first ranked opponent of the year with a wild fourth quarter against UL Lafayette. If you haven't seen that episode, I highly recommend. This episode, we start off in Week 4, where we face off with the number 15 Washington State Cougars. Murderers Row to start the year. Before we get into that, let's take a look at the league. Looking at the top 10, we see remarkable stability at the top. No changes in the top 5. The bottom 5 does see some movement. Former 8 and 9 Arkansas State and Cincinnati rise up the rankings, and we see 3 new additions. UCLA rising to 8, Kansas State rising to 9, and North Texas rising to 10. For my sake, I hope we see some excitement at the top before all is said and done. The Heisman rankings reflect the polls, no movement at the top. But we do see another new contender at the 4 slot in Texas halfback Chris Burks, who is showing remarkable efficiency with 4 TDs through 3 weeks with a 6.5 average. Going to be interesting to watch this year. On the recruiting side of things, we continue to be competitive. Rising to 2nd on Jack Dyke's board means that we are top 2 for everybody. Unfortunately, that 2nd place for Chris Works seems to be a little too permanent for my liking, so I end up dropping him from my board and replace him with Luke Ford, an absolute specimen of an athlete at 6'6", 380 pounds, and B- speed. I have no idea what position he would play, but he's a mismatch anywhere. Now, let's hunt some Cougars. After one of the craziest games I've ever played, the New Mexico Lobos are 2-0, and we travel to Washington State, who is ranked number 15 in the country. Our 2nd ranked opponent in a row. This is a good start for the team, but Washington State could prove to be a little too tough. They are 1-1 on the season, so they have already faced a loss, and we theoretically have a better team when I looked at the preview, so who knows? Let's give it our best effort, and let's try to get to 3-0 for the first time. We start with the ball, and we must have got a real good return because we are almost to midfield already. We're going to give Adams the first carry of the game, see what he can do with it, and he gets, looks like 6 yards there. It is 6 yards. Good job, buddy. After the decent run, we're going to keep the defense on their toes, run a little slant concept, see if Medlock can find it. Hits Adams out of the backfield, who was caught and tackled for a 4-yard loss. That was a terrible read by Medlock. Let's hope he picks it up. And Medlock really screwed over Adams there, because that counts as a rush. 3rd and 8. Come on, Medlock, throw us out of this hole. Short drop, completes it, holds on, but doesn't get any further. 5-yard pickup there for, I think that was Cook. That brings up a 4th and 3. Coach is going for it. Let's try for some play action. Medlock throws it deep, and he has almost an interception. Terrible read there. Turnover on downs. Come on, guys. Washington State moved the ball a little bit, but defense did get a stop. Come on, Medlock. I really need you to step it up. He floats a pass right to a defender. That is not stepping up. That was terrible. Turns out Medlock is not quite the superstar I thought he was. Maybe we should have got a quarterback. And false start by the new addition, Thurman there. Not a good start, guys. 3rd and 8 here. I really want to commit to the run, but we do not have the down and distance, so it's a 3rd straight pass. Medlock's looking, throws it over the middle, and that is a great catch there by Thomas. Single-handedly pulling us out of a bad situation. 2nd and 6 here, coming out in the bunch. Let's see if Medlock can make him respect the pass. Throws it short, and he's got a great catch, a door turner. Oh man, I love this kid. That is going to bring up 2nd and 11. Coming out in an off-bounds formation, but we're running out of it. Come on, Purcell. Nothing there, no blocking. 3 defenders right by the running back. 3rd and 12. We really need our offensive line to step up. Let's see if we can get him a deep pass that needed respect. And Medlock throws it and complete. 4th down. Defense does manage to get a stop. Still the first quarter. We're going to run it with Purcell. And he's got a nice little hole there, but doesn't beat the defender. Gets 4. 2nd and 6 now. They're pretty spread out. We're going to run a power play at them, and no blocking again. What is going on? 3rd and 7 after our line cannot get pushed again. We might be switching some lineman starters. Bad snap for Medlock there. He's looking. He's got time. He throws it right to a defender who picks it off. Thankfully not a pick six, but Medlock also might get benched soon. He's been terrible. Following the interception, Washington State puts up some points. Medlock is really dragging this team down. Hand off to Purcell, no blocking. And that's going to take us to the end of the first. We are trailing by 7 off of a terrible interception. I'm going to try not to let it sink us, but it's pretty demoralizing coaching this team sometimes. Another 3rd and long here. Going to try to trust Medlock. Got some deep options for him. Let's see what he finds. Throws it right to a defender. He might get benched at half. Washington State scores another touchdown. I really had high hopes for this team this season. Medlock's looking, throws it short, got the completion to Thomas, but only about 3 yards. 2nd and 6 here. We're going to have to really reevaluate our starting lineup soon if this keeps going. Medlock takes another sack, or not another, first sack of the game, but really bad one there. Alright, 3rd and 13. This is feeling like it's a really bad game for us. Come on, Medlock, prove me wrong. Throws it deep. He's got a man, overthrows it, threw it to the wrong guy. Choose one, bad throw. Another drive, another touchdown for Washington State. This is really frustrating. Hand off to Adams, who gets a decent run there, but still no blocking. 2nd and 6 here. Coming down the I, we're running it, but they are definitely blitzing. Let's pick them up. And nice run by Adams, but caught in the hole. Come on, guys, hold your blocks. 3rd and 2, we might have to have Adams take over more formations because he is so far our best runner, but that was a terrible play. Once again, no blocking. Defense manages to get a stop for the first time in 3 drives. We're giving it to Adams in the ace. We're letting him take some more formations. That's 3. 3rd and 7. We have 1 conversion on the day. We're going to try a little play action out of the gun here. See if that works. Medlock hits his guy, but Thomas doesn't turn for it. 29 seconds left. We're going to try and spread them out, see if Medlock can get something going towards the end of the half. Throws it deep. He's got a man and misses him. Of course he does. 3rd and 10. I am begging for Medlock to throw it to his receiver at some point today. Pressure's coming. Wide open guys. We don't pick it up. Sacked. Coming out into the second half, we are trailing by 24 points. We're changing up some things. Kirby is the starting quarterback now, or he's going to play quarterback for a little bit. Bad run by Purcell. We have benched Micah Pugh at right tackle, and we have changed our running back formations. Hand off to Adams. He's got a nice little run there, but caught in the hole. Picks up 5, though. 3rd and 5 here for the Lobos. Kirby's going to get his first chance at a passing play. Deep drop. He's looking. Pressure's coming. Floats it over the middle. Completes it. And I think we get roughing the passer. That is a huge improvement. Roughing the passer. 15 yards. I will take it. 2nd and 8 here. Let's see if Purcell can give us any kind of boost in the running game. Handoff on a power. He's got some space. Nice cut up field and gets a first. Nice job. First sign of life from him this season. First significant run of the season for Purcell, and he gets injured. We're going to try play action here. Kirby gets sacked. Terrible blocking there. Whose man was that? So apparently that was a free rusher. That was not necessarily anyone's fault, but we're going to run a little wide receiver screen here. See if we can find some space. Covered tightly, but we get the completion, but tackle made immediately. They have some elite defensive backs by the look of it. 3rd and 11 here. Threatening for the first time. I really don't want to leave without points. Kirby drops. He's got some time. Throws it short, and a terrible pass. We don't have any competent passers. 4th and 11. Coach agrees with me. He doesn't want to leave without points, so we're going 4 verts here. Short drop by Kirby. Chucks it deep. He's got a man. He's got a catch. He's got a touchdown. Nice work. Finally some life from the passing game. Carter gets himself 6 there with his nice speed on the outside. Down by 24 previously. Coach wants to go for the 2-point. Try to make it a 3-score deficit. Floats it. What are you doing? It's a 2-point. Oh my god, I hate our quarterback so much. So much. Defense does manage to get a stop, but we're still trailing by 18. Come on, Kirby, show us some magic. Deep drop, throws it deep right to a defender. Intercepted, never mind. We have not improved at all. Somehow, defense got a stop there, so we're still trailing by 18. We're going to put a receiver in motion, try and find him short. Kirby's taking a shot deep and has a man, but misses him. Of course he does. 3rd and 6. We are quickly running out of time. Let's see if Kirby can get us there. Never mind, we get a false start. 3rd and 11 here. I think I'm going to start actually calling audibles. I know I said I wasn't going to do that, but it's getting frustrating. Kirby's looking. He's got time. Throws it and almost intercepted again. 1st and 10 for the Lobos. Quickly running out of chances. Defense has finally gotten their act together, but offense has not. Kirby's looking. Completes it short. I am very sorry for my downer commentary, but this has been a very frustrating game. Let's hope we can turn around in the 4th quarter. I really want to be excited. I really, really do, but there's not much to be excited about. 2nd and 7 here. Come on, offense. Get it together. Short drop for Kirby. He's scrambling, fumbles it. Oh my god, Medlock's going back in. I have very little patience for that terrible scrambling and fumbling, so Medlock is back in the game. See if he can pick it up his play. Throws it deep, overthrows it. Oh my god. Alright, Washington State scores again. This game is pretty much over. Not much we can do here. We're going to try to throw it deep and run hurry up. Medlock tosses it deep. He's got a completion. Finally. 3rd and 10 here. Going to try to run a play action, but we are not going to get it because left guard cannot stay on his side of the ball. 3rd and 15 now after the false start. Come on, Medlock. I believe in you, buddy. Pressure's coming. Takes a sack. Never mind. Revamped offensive line is not impressing me this game. Gonna try and throw verts here. See if Medlock can find somebody. Pressure's coming. Chucks it deep. He's got a man. He's got a catch. He's got a touchdown. Where was this all game? Carter again beats his man deep. He's been doing it all day, and we finally complete it. I simmed it, but apparently we tried an onside and it didn't work. Let's see what's been going on all game. They're passing it deep. We have defenders there, but we do not bring it down. 3rd and 8 now. Let's see if the defense can keep us in the game. In the ace. Deep drop for the quarterback. He's scrambling, and he is tackled. We do make the tackle. 4th and 5. Let's see what they do. Washington State is going for it. Up by 18 points. Making a call at the line. Tight end goes across the formation. Short drop for the quarterback. Throws a screen pass and misses it. All right. 4th down. Or turnover. New set of downs. 4 minutes left. We're trailing by 3 scores. We need a miracle. Offsides. Medlock throws it. He's got the completion. Nice job, everybody. New set of downs. Just short of the 50. Come on, Medlock. Keep showing your improvement. He's launching it. He's got a completion to Turner, who gets inside the 25. 1st and 10. Lobos hurrying to the line. Defender barely gets back on sides. Medlock's looking. Pressure coming. Takes a sack. Thankfully, Medlock is not seriously injured, but he was just getting hot. Sucks to see him go out. Kirby with a short drop. Takes a sack. Terrible blocking by our guards. They were supposed to be our best players last year. They have been disappointing. 4th and 25. Clock is ticking down. We need to hurry, and we need to throw it deep. Kirby drops. Pressure's coming. Throws it deep in the end zone and dropped. Turnover on downs. That'll be the ball game. Defense does manage to get a stop when the game is out of reach. Let's see if Medlock can try to get some hot streak going. Nice completion to Turner, who's rolling down the field. The lone bright spot, and he gets inside the 35. Offense finally showing life, but it is way too late. Let's try to get some stats, I guess. Medlock's looking. Nice floater to the sidelines. Great catch there by Cook. 3rd and 7 now. We have 2 conversions on the day. That's pretty rough. Medlock with a short drop. Nice completion over the middle. Good throw. 1st and goal here. Let's try to make this look respectable. Oh my god, I hate these freaking guards. 2nd and goal with more distance to go because our guards can't stop false starting. Deep drop by Medlock. Floats a pass. Got the completion. Steps out of bounds. That's something. 3rd and goal. 33 seconds left. Come on, guys. Let's put some points on the board. Little play action. Medlock's floating it, and it's incomplete. Gotta get the toes, man. 4th and goal at the 10. It looked so promising until our terrible offensive line screwed everything up. Medlock's looking. He's got some time. Throws it into the end zone. Almost intercepted, but there is a flag. Looks like potentially roughing. And it is roughing. Thank you. 1st and goal, 24 seconds left. Come on, I really want some points. Medlock's looking, floats it, and that is a touchdown to Turner. Nice job. Makes it look somewhat respectable, an 11-point loss. Nice little catch there by Turner. Scratch what I said about an 11-point loss. Coach really wants that 10-point loss. Let's not let him down. Deep drop by Medlock. He's floating it into the flats and intercepted. He is just an interception machine lately. Alright, here comes the onside, which we will almost certainly not get. I don't think I've ever seen one recovered in this game. And it will be today. Holy crap. Holy crap. What in the world? I need to start saying that more often. 18 seconds left. The chances of winning are not quite 0 yet, apparently. Medlock drops, completes over the middle for Purcell. Welcome to the game. 13 seconds left. Short drop by Medlock. He's looking, throws it deep. Got Turner, who's wide open. Gets inside the 10, and we're calling a timeout. 5 seconds left. We are not winning, but we could make this very respectable in the end. Medlock drops. 3, 2, throws it into the back of the end zone, completes it. Holy crap. Nice job, Cook. Oh, man. I hope they don't overturn that because I loved that catch. Nice. Perfect. Kept the toes in. We lost, but we lost with style. And that is going to be the end of the game. Not the most fun I've had playing NCAA 12, I'll be totally honest with you. Medlock has been frustrating me a lot this season, but we ended up pulling it back, only ended up losing by 5. You know, sometimes you gotta take a step back and realize that we are playing with New Mexico, and we are projected to be the 100th best team in the country. But after last week, I thought we had some lightning in a bottle, and it turns out it was a 1 dosage. Hopefully Medlock can get it together, kind of capitalize on the end of this game, and pull us to a respectable ranking and record at the end of the year. Kirby filled in decently. He had that one nice touchdown pass, but he also had a terrible interception and the fumble. Interceptions I can kind of deal with. The fumble, that I cannot live with. So I'm sorry I benched him if anyone was hoping to see more from Kirby, but I had seen enough. Hopefully Medlock can pick it up and we can get back on track. Stats for the game. Medlock ended up having a pretty respectable game, all things considered. 18 of 34, 301 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Kirby went 4 of 10 for 55 yards. 52% completion for Medlock. 4 sacks, 3 for Kirby. The offensive line was not good. Rushing game, not what we like to see. 9 attempts for Adams, 20 yards. 9 attempts for Purcell, 21 yards. Adams did get screwed earlier in the game. He had that reception that was a 4-yard loss that was counted as a run. So he really had 8 for 24, but that's still not what we want to see. Each one broke a tackle. Kirby had the fumble, which got him on the bench. Receiving, Brian Carter ended up having a pretty great day. 6 catches, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cook had his welcome back to the league moment. 6 catches, 79 and a touchdown. And Shador Turner, 5 for 120 and a touchdown. Shador Turner, I'm very excited to see more of. 9 yards after catch on average. That's ridiculous. Nick Moss might earn himself some bench. He's been starting over Cook. Cook has a couple formations, but I think he's going to take over that number 2 spot. He's been doing better than Moss has been. Line was terrible. Fagan 2 sacks allowed. Bryant 2 sacks allowed. Adams had 1. Kelly had 1. The 2 guards that were supposed to be the future of our line have been very disappointing. Defense, Zeron Seiler continues to be a monster. 5 solo, 4 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. Only him and Walker Littlejohn had a sack. No interceptions, which is, for whatever reason, just the way our defense operates. Only 2 pass deflections all game, and we saw 1 of them. That's terrible. Kicker went 0 for 0, 2 for 2 on extra point. Can't ask for more. Gray had a great game, 39.7 net. That's pretty phenomenal. Hopefully he can keep that up. And then Cochran, I recently put a kick returner. He's been doing great. 20-yard average. Not as good a punt, but, it happens. Managed to make it respectable in the box score, but we need to do better than that. Frustrating, but it's a long season. We'll bounce back. Thankfully, we have a bye week to work on it. During the bye, we'll be shaking things up slightly to try and get the offense going. We're going to have J.D. Purcell move to our standard I forms, and Nathan Adams is going to handle the ace packages. We're also benching Andy Rivera and have Zach Banks start at fullback. Nothing against Andy, but we need a stronger lead blocker in place, and Banks is the best we have. Hopefully that will help us get the results we need. Now, let's look at the league. At the very top, Illinois holds strong, but it's chaos everywhere else. 2 through 4 all take a loss, allowing Kent State to rise to 2 and Arkansas State to rise to 3. Kansas State also rises to 4 only 1 week after they crack the top 10. Former number 2 Texas falls to 7, but our former 3 and 4 fall out of the top 10 entirely. Replacing them are Wyoming at 9 and Miami University, the Ohio one, at 10. This is why I love this league. Heisman rankings are less exciting. The top 2 hold firm. Tatum Hoyt rises to 3rd overall, and George Webb from Cincinnati joins the list at 4. Chris Burks falls to 5 after debuting in the rankings last week. On the recruiting side of things, we are still competitive for most of our targets, but we fall down to 5th on Dyke's board. I would love to have him, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I drop him from the board and add tight end David Jackson to the board in his place. He's the number 1 tight end, but has not received any attention so far. He's not exactly Shador Turner as an athlete, but he has amazing size and the best catch in traffic I've seen so far. He'd be a great compliment. I also start to prepare for the possibility that Medlock is not the answer at QB. I drop Luke Ford from the 10 and add quarterback Adam Griffith in his place. He's a pocket passer with respectable size and a great arm for this league, good strength, and better accuracy. If Medlock continues to play like this, he could push for playing time very early in his career. Now let's advance to Week 6, where we have a matchup with our hated rivals, the New Mexico State Aggies, who beat us out for one of my top recruits last season in Jacoby Hamilton. We need to make sure he regrets that. But first, let's look at the league. Once again, Illinois stands firm, joined this time by Kent State at 2, but Arkansas State is gone. We also have 2 new teams joining the top 10. Last season's national champs, the Louisville Cardinals, finally getting the respect they're due, and the Michigan Wolverines, making their first big splash in league history this year. On the Heisman side, the rankings finally see some major shakeup. Corey Wilson continues to stay at number 1, but we see 4 new contenders this week. Halfback Marshall Weisbecker from Miami U at 2, averaging a ridiculous 174 rushing yards per game with 4 TDs to boot. Luke Roberts, the quarterback for Akron at 3, with a solid 8 passing TDs against only 2 INTs so far, along with 3 TDs on the ground. But he is injured, so I don't expect him to stick around. A familiar face in Reggie Miles, the reigning national champ at 4. Also solid on the passing front at 7-2 and a respectable 54% completion percentage, while also contributing 3 TDs on the ground. And finally, Brent Nance from FAU. He was on the bench when the Owls won the championship, but he has apparently emerged as their starter, with a crazy 12 passing TDs already this season, and 2 on the ground. I expect him to continue climbing if the Owls keep winning. I also wanted to take a quick look at our injury report. Bubba Andrews is unfortunately out for at least 2 weeks with a strained Achilles. Now, show me some good news on the recruiting front. We rise to 2nd on Griffith's board, a promising start, and 5th on Jackson's board. So aside from him, we continue to be top 2 on everybody. Hopefully we can break through soon and get a commitment. I start to get a little restless without having one this late. Let's take on some Aggies to get my mind off it. Alright, here we go. We had a bit of an embarrassing performance last week, but now we take on our hated rivals, the New Mexico State Aggies. Last year, we beat them pretty bad, but I still had some reservations about our poor offensive performance the last 2 weeks, so some lineup changes have been made. I'm hoping they make a difference, and I'm hoping our offense can come out with some new sparks and some new life. It would make my job a whole lot easier if that happens. Alright, come on, Lobos. Let's take on some Aggies. We won the toss, and we get a stop on defense to start the game. Now let's give Purcell a debut in the I formation. And ran into his own blocker, unfortunately, but still managed to get 3. That's more than his average. 2nd and 7 here. Gonna give Medlock a chance to throw out of the I formation. Never mind, we get another false start. This one by Bryant. Not a great way to start the game. 3rd and 12. Not quite the spark I was hoping to see on offense, but it's early. Medlock drops, pressure's coming, and he gets it off, but incomplete. Defense does manage to get another stop after our not great offensive performance. Let's try to dedicate ourselves to the run game again, and Purcell caught in the backfield. Doesn't break the tackle, 1 yard. 3rd and 7. We don't need to bomb it, but we need Medlock to get a completion here. And we get a false start, or we get an offsides. Medlock takes a sack. Well, not takes a sack, but doesn't get the ball out. That's disappointing. 3rd and 2 here. Going to come out in a heavy package, and we're going to run some PA. Bombs it deep. He's got a completion. Carter breaks a tackle. Does he have the speed? He doesn't, but gets inside the red zone. Nice throw there by Medlock. That's what we like to see. Let's try and keep that up. 2nd and 10. We're trying to stick to the running game. Hopefully it's not to our detriment, and we get a nice little run there. Again, doesn't break the tackle. I was hoping for more power out of him. 3rd and 6 now. Going to try and pass it out of the bunch. It looks like they're bringing some pressure. Hopefully we can pick it up. Short drop to Medlock. Bombs it out of bounds. He had a tight end open. Just got to put it on him. Come on, Medlock. Alright, watching the field goal. Let's see if Gene can put it through. Not a particularly long one. Kick is up. Looks good. Barely good. Maybe it is a long one for us. It looks like we got a turnover on the kickoff because we are right back out there. We're going to try some PA action. See if Medlock can find his tight end over the middle and drops it. Turner, come on, man. 3rd and 10 here. Going to spread him out. Run some deep curls. See if Medlock can find an open man. Pressure's coming, and he takes a sack. Looked like he had time. Just never pulled the trigger. Didn't throw it away. Bad play there. 4th and 17. Coach wants us to go for it. So we got to bomb it deep and hope Medlock can find somebody. He's looking. He's got some time. Throws it, and he's got a completion, but well short of the first. Not great there, but sets him back inside the 20 at least. Defense is able to get another stop, but we know we can't rely on that. Come on, Purcell. Show me something. That's something. Nice run. Gets the first. That might be his best run of the season. We can definitely build on something like that. New set of downs past the 45. Come on, let's go back to the well. And it's dry. And Purcell's hurt. Ugh. 3rd and 10 here. We're going to overload the boundary side. See if Medlock can find somebody. Short drop. He's looking. Throws it. Got a big completion. Brian Carter with another great catch. Gets outside the 30 here. Nice play there. 2nd and 10. Purcell is back out there. We're going to come out the strong eye, but we're passing out of it. Medlock looks, and he throws a terrible interception. What are you thinking? What was that? Come on, someone make the tackle. And we do, thankfully, but that was a horrible play, and that might be Jacoby Hamilton. That might be the linebacker that we didn't get. Come on, Medlock. What was that? That was terrible. 1st and 10, defense holds him to a field goal, but we really cannot keep relying on them. We're going to try and pass it, get Medlock his confidence back, and he misses Turner wide open. Had 2 guys wide open. If there is anyone mad at me for not recruiting a quarterback last year, I understand. Offsides there at least. We get 5 yards out of it. 3rd and 6 here. Like I was saying, if anyone's upset that I didn't recruit a quarterback last year, I get it. I thought we had a man, but we are struggling. We get a first there on a screen pass. That's something. New set of downs almost to the 50. We're going to spread them out. See if Medlock can take advantage of space. Medlock drops. He's got a completion to Purcell, who again doesn't break a tackle. Really disappointing so far. 2nd and 3 here. Going to come out in an ace, and we're going to try and pass out of it. Medlock with a deep drop. Pressure's coming. Doesn't see it. Takes another sack. Oh my god, Medlock. 3rd and 11. I thought there would be no harm in passing it on 2nd and short, but there's always harm passing it when you got Medlock, apparently. Deep drop. Got time. Floats it deep, and he's got a completion. I am sorry, Medlock. I need to talk bad to you more often because you play well when I do it. 1st and 10 here, inside the 30. Gonna run some play action. See if Medlock can find somebody, and he does. Nice catch there by Moss, who gets down inside the 10. Looking good here. Finally some sparks. I like it. 1st and goal here. We are 1 for 3 in the red zone. That is not a statistic I like to see. Handoff to Purcell, who's caught at the line. 2nd and goal here. I'm going to keep trying to get Purcell going. Handoff. He's got some space. He's got his first touchdown of his career. Welcome to the end zone, Purcell. I hope you make yourself comfortable there. Nice blocking there for the first time in a long time. Another quick turnover. We are almost in the red zone again. I don't know what's happening. We're going to put Carter in motion. Run a short route. Medlock's looking and throws it to a completely covered guy. I'm sure we had wide open guys, but I'll take it. 2nd and 7. Continuing to try to keep them off balance. We're running PA here. Pressure's coming, and he rifles it in there. Incomplete. That was a great pass, Medlock, but we just dropped it. 3rd and 7, coming out in the gun, trying to run a draw play, but they are looking like they're ready for it. Hand up to Purcell. He's got some space and runs right to a defender. What is up with him? He refuses to run to the open space. Here comes a PAT, or not a PAT, a kick to try and put us up by more, but it's pretty deep for Gene. Kick is up, and it is short. Yeah, I figured. Cracks are starting to show. New Mexico State drove it pretty deep there. We really need to build on our lead. Run some slants. Medlock almost takes a safety. About a minute left. We're going to try to run a PA read. Let's see what Medlock decides to do. He decides to keep it and completes it. Turner finally holds on to something. We're going to hurry to the line here. Try to move down the field. Short drop. Medlock. Pressure coming. Takes a sack. We might just be running out the clock, playing for second half here. Hand up to Purcell, who has some space, finally doesn't run directly to a defender. 19 seconds left. We are going to throw some verts here. And we get a free play. Medlock chucks it deep. He's got a defender. You know, that's not ideal. But offsides on the defense. 3rd and 1 here. 11 seconds left. Come on, Medlock. Oh, my God. We can't get anything nice to happen. I really thought this was going to be our year. I thought we had the pieces in place, but disappointing so far. Going on a counter here. Purcell gets the first. I'll give that to him. 7 seconds left. We're going to hurry to the line. Medlock drops. He's looking. Pressure's coming. Takes a sack. No, he doesn't. Incomplete. I know this is stupid of me keep trying to do this, but we do have the athletes to hit a deep pass if Medlock can throw the ball. Medlock rifles it way over his receiver's head. Like I was saying, if Medlock can put it on him, we got open guys. We just don't have a quarterback. But we'd still lead 10-3. I mean, it's not the worst game, but it's very frustrating. I really thought we were going to turn things around. Start of the 3rd quarter, we do start with the ball here. We're going to give Adams a carry up the middle, and he's got some space, runs over a defender, gets 2 yards, but we need better blocking. 2nd and 8 here. We're going to come out and ace again, but we're going to run PA this time. Fakes it, pressure's coming, takes a sack, fumbles it. Oh my God, that was terrible. Medlock, we really, really need you to be a quarterback at some point this year. 3rd and 13. We told Jacoby Hamilton we were going to make him regret not coming here. I think he is regretting even giving us attention. Medlock rifles it right to a defender. 4th down. Once again, our defense barely manages a stop, but we still have a 7-point lead. Hand off to Purcell. Defenders in the backfield. That's Jacoby Hamilton again. He is destroying us today. 2nd and 10 here. Come on, offense. Please do something good. Play action. Medlock's looking. Throws it. Got a completion to Turner. I like seeing him involved. 1st and 10 here. Coming out in the pistol. Let's see if Medlock can do something good. No, he cannot because Micah Pugh false started. I might bench him after this drive. 3rd and 13 once again. Just praying for something good to happen. Medlock drops, rifles it right to a defender once again. 1st and 10. Defense does get another stop, but we still only have a 7-point lead. Adams gets 1 yard. Not ideal. 2nd and 9. We've had most of our success out of the gun. I'm going to go back to that well. Run a PA read. Medlock throws it. Gets a nice completion there to Moss, who breaks a tackle and it's a first. 3rd and 2. Going to come out in a power formation. Give it to Adams here. Handoff, and he's got a lot of space. Nice little blocking there. We get the 1st down. Good job, Adams. New set of downs past the 45. Going to try to give Medlock another chance here on 1st. Deep drop. Pressure's coming. Deflected, but caught there. And I think we get a roughing the passer, too. Way to be on the ball, Purcell. And we do get roughing the passer. Who's it on? Jacoby Hamilton. Finally, we make him look bad for once. 2nd and 10 after another missed opportunity. Going to throw some slants at him here out of the pistol. Medlock's got time. He throws it deep. He's got a man. He's got a catch. He's got a touchdown. Brian Carter, welcome to the game. Welcome to the second half, really. He did good in the first half. Finally, we see the old Medlock. Let's try to keep that up, extending our lead to hopefully 14 points. Into the 4th quarter, defense gets a stop, so we do continue to have our lead. We're going to run a draw play here on 1st, and nothing there, and I think it's a holding penalty. It's our first of the game, to be fair. Trevor Sanders, he just came in. 3rd and 14 here, coming down the ace bunch, and we're going to try and throw out of it. Deep drop by Medlock. He's looking. He's got time. He launches it over the middle. Great catch there by Moss, but unfortunately not enough for the 1st. Sets us up with a 4th and 3. 4th quarter, we're watching the defense. Let's hope they don't let us down. Coming out in the gun. Short drop. A little late on the quarterback blitz, and they get a 1st down easily. Where is that for us? New set of downs for New Mexico State coming out in the ace bunch here. Puts the tight end in motion, sets up in the backfield. Handoff, fakes the handoff. PA, quarterback is scrambling, and he's got tons of space. And gets a first down, and he's wide open. He might go for a touchdown. What is wrong? Oh, my God. Terrible, terrible defense. As soon as we step in, they give up the worst play I've ever seen in this game. Defense had a horrible drive, but I'm trying my best not to panic. We're going to run up the middle here with Purcell, who gets a fumble. Oh, my God. He might get benched. He's been terrible this year. Okay, booth review. Let's see what they call. And I can't tell. It looks like he's down. Okay. Purcell, you better hope the refs see this the way I do. And they do, thankfully. 2nd and 6. Purcell did not fumble the ball, but we're going to run it with Adams here to be safe. Hand up to Adams. He gets a nice run there. Gets the first. Good work, buddy. 2nd and 7. We're putting Purcell back on the field, and he's getting another carry. Right up the middle, and we had some good blocking. Looks like it might be a face mask. Hopefully it is. Personal foul, face mask. All right, I'll take that. 1st and 10. Running game is finally coming alive here in the 4th. We're going to put Banks in motion. Handoff to Purcell. He gets a great run. Oh, there's a hold way downfield. I saw it. The left tackle. Our new JUCO star tackle holding downfield. That is so disappointing. Completely unnecessary. Makes it a 2-yard carry. What a boneheaded play. Horrible, horrible time for a holding penalty. 1st and 8 now. Going to give it to Adams. And he gets a nice little run there, but I think it's another hold. After a whole game of no holding, we now have 2 in a row. Devron Kelly. This is probably dumb, given the way the game's going, but I'm going to run a PA here. Medlock fakes it, pressure up the middle, throws it, got a nice clutch. Oh, I can't talk, but nice catch, nice completion. What a play by Medlock. Defender right in his face and rifles in there to Turner. That's what we needed. Beautiful play. 3rd and inches just outside the red zone. We're going to go power formation. We're going to give it to Adams, who gets the first, breaks a tackle. Nice run there. That's why he's our power back. 1st and 10. Under 3 minutes to go. We got to keep milking the clock. 7 seconds left. Hand up to Purcell, who gets another nice run there. Where has this been all game? 6 yards. 2nd timeout in the books, coming out in goal line. We're going to give it to Adams. Right up the middle, and he gets the first. That's our power back. 2 minutes, 8 seconds left. I see very little reason to do anything but power runs. Hand off to Adams, breaks a tackle, and he gets in the end zone. What a run. Sets the new school record, or new NCAA record. Attaboy. Under 2 minutes left. Defense, I'm begging for a better drive. Coming out in the gun. Short drop, pressure's coming, and he gets a big completion. Come on, what did I just ask for? 2nd and 10. New Mexico State in the gun. Defense trying to have a good play. No pressure, and launches it deep. Flag on the play, and it is broken up, but I think we got roughing there. Oh my God, we have watched like 5 plays, and they've all been bad for the defense. Dennis Cross, come on, man. 2nd and 10 here, staying in the gun. Defensive coordinator needs to do something. Still only rushing 3, throws it short, and that is a great tackle by Foreman. 3rd and 14 now in a tight gun formation. Short drop, pressure coming off the edges, and he launches it out of bounds. That's what I like to see. 4th and 14, potentially the last play. Come on, D, do something good. Short drop, pressure's coming, and he takes a sack. Walker to Little John in the backfield. Attaboy. Well, we kneeled it one time, but then coach had me call plays again, so we're running a power play with Adams here. Handoff, and he gets a nice little cut outside, breaks a tackle, and gets a first down. Welcome to the game, Adams. Nice running. And now it doesn't let me call a play again. Oh, man. Oh, that was a frustrating game at times. I am sorry for my negative commentary, but this year has been very below my expectations, but we walk out of here with a 24-10 win, so I can't complain that much. Very frustrating game, but turns out all you need is a couple good plays to win it. Running game finally started to show some life in the fourth. Hopefully we can carry that over to the rest of the year. Bedlock has still not been where we wanted him to be, but it's a win. A win's a win's a win, and this is a rivalry win on top of that. So we're 2-1 against our hated rivals. Could have been 3-1, or could have been 3-0, but we're not going to get into that. Brian Carter played of the game. Freshman making big plays early. Ah, man. I will try to be more positive going forward. Stats for the game. Medlock finished 18 of 32, 242 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. 56% completion, so he's better than his average, but 4 sacks, most of them were pretty bad. On the rushing side, Purcell 21 for 68, 3.2 and a touchdown. That's his best game of the season, so it's something to build on. Adams was 11 of 49, 44 yards and a touchdown. That's pretty phenomenal. 3 broken tackles for Adams, none for Purcell. The star athlete with 99 break tackle is not breaking tackles. Medlock had the 1 fumble, 5 attempts, -30. Brian Carter, 5 catches, 114 yards, and a touchdown. He's been as advertised. We just need more consistency. Shador Turner, also as advertised, 53 yards, kept us alive multiple times. Nick Moss was pretty good. Mike Cook, more of a short route guy lately. Let's hope he can make a big play soon. Blocking, 1 pancake by Mike Cook. And then Blake Fagan had 1 sack allowed. All the rest of them were just missed assignments or overloaded blitzes that Medlock didn't see coming. On defense, we got a fair number of tackles for loss. We got 3 sacks, 1 by Seiler, 1 by Littlejohn, which we saw, and 1 by Dennis Cross. So let's hope they're regaining form. No interceptions. Must have been a fumble. Only 3 pass deflections all game. Our passing defense is still just not good. 2 fumbles, Charlie Bozeman and Andrew Dixon forcing them, and recovered their own. So pretty good there. Kicker, 1 for 2. 1 was just outside of his range. I saw it, coach didn't. So what can you do? Punter, 36.7. Not what we like to see. Hopefully he bounces back. Cochran and Sullivan, I put them at kick return. They've been pretty solid, all things considered. Cochran especially on punt returns, but that's how we bounce back. Good job, Lobos. Happy to see the offense working this season. Now we move on to Week 7, where we have a long road trip ahead of us, going all the way to Athens, Ohio to take on some Bobcats. But before that, let's look at the league. Illinois and Kent State continue to hold firm. Actually, the entire top 7 stays pretty solid aside for some minor shuffling. But the bottom of the rankings see 2 teams drop out and get replaced by Washington State and Cal. That Washington State loss doesn't feel so bad now, to be honest. On the Heisman side of things, we see a new leader for the first time this season. Mike Schaffer, the reigning O'Brien, is now leading the standings with an impressive 10 passing TDs and 52% completion rate, along with 5 TDs on the ground to round things out. We also have a newcomer in sophomore Michael Thibodeau from North Carolina, no relation to our cornerback. A very confusing stat line with only 1 passing TD and 7 interceptions, but I guess his 8 rushing TDs make up for it somehow. I don't understand the voters. Reigning national champ Reggie Miles climbs to 3rd, and Weisbecker, the only halfback, drops to 4th. It's a QB award at this point. This week, we also have some more injury news. Markeith Cochran broke his hand last week and is going to be out for 9 weeks, meaning he'll likely be out until a potential bowl game. Tough break. On the recruiting side of things, we continue to see green. We are now leading on every board except for Patterson, Griffith, and Jackson's, but we are very competitive in those races as well. Looking promising this season for a big class. Now we need to pack our bags because we have a long flight to catch to take on some Bobcats. Last week, we returned to our winning ways and beat our rivals, New Mexico State. This week, we travel to the state of Ohio, all the way across the country, to take on the Ohio Bobcats. This is really our first time playing a team outside of our region, especially traveling to them. I take that back, we played Notre Dame, but this is a little bit further. But this should be a fun one. We usually travel well. As weird as that is, we play better away than at home. Let's hope we keep up that trend and we can take down the Bobcats. Let's go, boys. We won the toss and chose defense first. Bobcats go down and score a touchdown early. Gonna see if Purcell still has a little bit of magic, and 2 yards. Could be worse. 3rd and 8. I'm a little bit nervous about falling behind too early if we don't convert this. Medlock drops, throws it, got a completion to Turner, who doesn't cut up field fast enough. Unfortunately, 4th and 1. New set of downs. We did get a stop, thankfully. Also, I fixed the formation, so Fred Thomas is in the game in the slot. That was messed up for some reason. 2-yard run by Adams. 2nd and 8 here. Going to come out with Purcell, and we're going to run it outside, see where that is. And nothing there. Great play by the defender. 3rd and 10 here. Going to overload the boundary. Find some space, hopefully. Medlock looks, throws it, got a nice completion there to Carter. 1st down. That's what we like to see. Our first down of the game. Coming out on the eye. We're going to pitch it to Purcell. Get him outside. He's got some space. Ooh, doesn't run over the defender, but gets 7 yards there. I'll take it. 2nd and 3. Purcell's getting a little tired. So we're going to bring Adams in here. And we're going to run it. And he gets a great run. Nice job. And that's a fumble. No. And Ohio picks it up. That's the worst situation. We'll see if it gets challenged. Hopefully it does. Play was not challenged, unfortunately. It didn't give me the option, and then the booth didn't review it. We're going to play action here. Defense did get a stop. Nice little pass in the flats to Banks. Gets about 5 there. 3rd and 5 here. We're coming on the eye, but we're going to pass out of it. Deep drop by Medlock. Pressure's coming. Completes it, and Purcell gets the first. Way to reach it forward and get past the sticks. New set of downs past the 30. Going to give it to Purcell on a blast here, and no blocking, and there's a holding penalty probably. Worst combination of line play. 1st and 20 after the hold. We're going to try and run a draw play here with Purcell, and it looks like we got an offside, so we get 5 of those yards back. And we do. After almost connecting on a deep pass, it is 2nd and 15. We're going to run some curl routes. Medlock drops, gets a nice completion, breaks a tackle. Does he have the speed? Linebacker chasing. I don't think he's going to get caught. Brian Carter goes all the way for a touchdown. Beautiful play there. I need to keep in mind that Medlock likes the curls. And Carter can run that route like nobody's business. Look at how much respect that corner gave him. Defense manages a stop there. End of the first quarter, we're going to run a PA here. Medlock's looking, throws in the flats, and Banks with a nice little play there. 7 yards, I'll take it. And that is going to take us to the end of the first. A little scary out of the gate, but we tied it up 7-all going into the second quarter of play. Let's try to keep up this momentum. 2nd and 3 to start the second quarter. Gonna give it to Purcell. Hopefully he can find some room, and he does. Nice burst upfield. Great run for him. That is what I was hoping to see from him this year. Wide open. Great blocking. 1st and 10 after a nice run there. We're gonna try and pass it out of the eye here. We get an offsides. Medlock drops, throws it deep. He's got a completion to Turner, who drops it. Come on, Turner. We get a free play though, but that's disappointing. 1st and 5 coming out on the ace, giving Purcell a bit of a breather. We're going to try and pass it here. Medlock drops, throws it short, got the completion to Adams, and that looks like a face mask. Can't bring down that guy in the open field without face mask, that's for sure. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Going to put a receiver in motion, run Adams right up the middle. He finds some space. Nice job. Rolls forward. Gets 7. 3rd and 5 here. Gonna run a PA read. Try to create something. And he gives it to Purcell, who doesn't quite get to the first. Unfortunate. 4th and 2. 4th and 2. Coach is trusting the offense. Coming out in a power formation. We'll run a PA here. Medlock looking. Throws it. Got the completion. Nice job, Banks. Way to keep your feet in. Oh, that scared me with that long throw to the sidelines. Rolled one way, through the other. 22 lost him in coverage. New set of downs inside the 15. Coming out in the weak eye. We're running a stretch play. Purcell's got room to the outside and doesn't break the tackle, but gets in. Oh, doesn't get the first. 2nd and inches. We're going to keep feeding Purcell. See if he can show us that power. And he, doesn't get the touchdown, but gets the first. 1st and goal at the 2. Purcell's tired. Adams is coming in for a carry and for a touchdown. Standing up. Nice running there by Adams. Gets us a lead. Love to see it. Way to read your blocks. And some power in the hole there. Defense manages to get a stop, but we are set up deep in our own territory. Going to try and run it with Adams here, and we get a nice little run there. Gets about 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Going to run a play we're familiar with. Put a receiver in motion and run up the middle with Adams, who breaks a tackle in the hole and gets a first. Nice run. New set of downs outside of our own end zone. Coming down the eye, we're going to give Purcell some carries here. Power play, and he gets a nice blocking, but too good. Holding, unfortunately, there. And Purcell is hurt. Who's the holder? Zach Banks, the fullback. 3rd and 10 here. One of our first true passing downs. It's a free play. Medlock's not able to get it off. But 5 yards. 3rd and 5 here. Going to play a little risky. We're going to run a PA power. And Medlock launches it. He's got a beautiful completion. Carter breaks a tackle, but steps out, unfortunately. Almost had another huge touchdown there, but nice, quick read by Medlock because we had pressure. Lobos past the 50. Only about a minute left. We'll have to speed things up here soon. Hand off to Adams at the middle, and it looks like another hold. We'll have to see who it is. That's unfortunate. Shador Turner. 3rd and 18. Gonna go a bit conservative here. Running a wide receiver screen. It's not open. Medlock takes a sack. Runs forward a little bit. Doesn't lose too much. Defense folds, if you would believe it. Gives up a touchdown right before half. Started the 3rd. Handoff to Purcell. Looking for some space. Nice patience, but only gets 3 there. 2nd and 7 after the short run. Going to come out the ace, and we're running PA here. Fakes the handoff. Medlock rolls and completes it to Fred Thomas. Welcome to the game. Almost to the 50. Nice play there. Good work. 3rd and 3 here. We're coming out in a heavy formation, but we're going to pass out of it. See if we can find Turner underneath. Medlock launches it. He does get a completion. Flag on the play. Hopefully it's not holding because we have a touchdown. Turner with a great run after the catch there. Beautiful pass. And it is roughing the passer. We get to keep it. Nice job. Pressure in his face, but we still get the touchdown. Boy, how do we keep it? We get the ball immediately. Looked like a fumble on the kick return. Our special teams is stepping up this year. Power play for Purcell. He finds some space, and he rolls forward for a first. Good patience there. Giving Purcell a little break here, coming out in a heavy ace. Giving it to Adams up the middle, who finds some space. Nice hurdle, and rolls forward to the first. Good work. 2nd and 7 here. Adams is getting tired now, so welcome Purcell back onto the field. Hand up the middle, and he's got a little bit of space. Rolls forward for 3rd and inches. Oh, almost had another first down there. 3rd and inches coming out in the goal line, but we were going to run it right up the middle with Banks, and he gets the first. Almost gets a touchdown. Nice run there. 1st and goal inside the 3. Going to come out in goal line again. This time Adams gets the carry, cuts outside, and gets a touchdown. Nice running. He is so good at finding the holes, and that is another touchdown for the second team All-American last year. Oh man, running game is coming alive. I love it. Make that 28-21 Lobos because our defense gives up a score almost immediately. We're going to come out in the gun, and we're going to run it off tackle with Purcell, who finds a little bit of space. Defender gets off the block and makes the tackle. 3rd and 8, trying to keep our momentum. We're going to try and pass it here out of the ace. Short drop at Medlock, launches it deep and had a man but couldn't connect. Brings up 4th. Let's hope the defense steps up. Thankfully, defense does manage to get a stop. We're going to put Banks in motion and run a power play with Purcell, who caught in the hole. 3-yard pickup, though. 2nd and 7. Coming out in the gun, we're going to run play action. I kind of like the formation, but we're going to run it down to the end of the 3rd. Fakes the run, launches it deep. He's got a man who does not make the catch. Defender picks it off. We got to see more effort than that, Cook. That's terrible. Bad way to end the 3rd. Come on. Or that's not Cook, that's Carter, my bad. But really got to see more effort there on that pass. And that play, unfortunately, is going to take us into the final quarter. We do have a 7-point lead, but our defense has been known to give up points at the end of games. Let's hope this is not one of those. Come on. Start of the 4th. Ohio in the gun. Defense looking to make a big play, trying to find some pressure, and do find some, but can't make the tackle, and we give them the first. What was that? In the gun. 2 receivers each side. They get a call from the line here. And they fake the handoff, looking for some space, finding some space, and we eventually make the tackle after 6 yards. Coming out in a heavy gun formation. It gets a call from the line. Short drop by the quarterback, throws it short, gets the completion. We can't make the tackle, and we give them like 6 yards there. In the gun, 2 running backs in the formation. Fakes the handoff, looking, throws it wide open over the middle, and that's a first down. Ohio staying in the same formation. Short drop for the quarterback, and that is a completed screen, and we give them a ton of space, almost a touchdown. What are we doing? We had people there. 1st and goal for the Bobcats in a goal line formation. Pitch outside, and we make the tackle. Nice play there. It's Donnie Dawson, our new pickup. 2nd and goal at the 6. Bobcats coming out in the gun. That's been our kryptonite so far. Hands off to the running back, and we make the tackle. Nice play there. And we hurt him. That's not super good, but it happens. 3rd and goal at the 6. Ohio in the gun again. Come on, D. Hands off again, and we do make the tackle. Nice play there. Oh, pressure is on. I'm feeling it. 4th and goal. Coming out in a 5 wide. Quarterback drops and completes a wide open pass over the middle. Touchdown. That's not good. Ties up the ball game in the 4th. 1st and 10. Defense cannot be relied upon right now. Coming out in the strong eye. Run to PA, and Medlock takes a sack. We had wide open guys. They brought the whole defense in, but unable to complete it. 3rd and 9. Coming out in the gun. We really need to keep the pressure on Ohio. We cannot fall behind this late in the game. Throws it deep, and it is right to a defender. 4th down. This could be the ball game here soon. 3rd and 8. Now is the time to make a play, defense, but this has been our kryptonite for the entirety of the game, and wide open touchdown, but they miss it. Glad to know we're not the only ones. Don't celebrate. That was not you. 1st and 10. Running game is our bread and butter, but I don't want to get too predictable. Gonna pass it here on 1st. Medlock drops, throws it into coverage, and makes the catch with a flag, or doesn't make the catch. And we get a face mask. That's something. 2nd and 5. Keeping the defense on their toes. We're running it this time. Adams up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Finds some space. Nice running by Adams. Gets past the 50. Oh, I love that kid. He's so clutch. Breaks a tackle and shows his patience. Great run. 2nd and 3 here. Just short of the 35. Oh, we get a false start. I thought we got them to jump, but nope. Trevor Sanders at the right tackle. That sucks. That sucks. 3rd and 6. We're coming down the I. We're going to pass out of it. Try to find Purcell on the flats or pass downfield. Oh, Medlock, you got greedy. You got so greedy there. 4th and 6. Coach is going for it. Coming out in a 5 wide. We're going to try to run some curl flats here. We only need 6 yards. Medlock's got time. Time is running out, and he takes a sack. What are you doing? Just throw it to anybody. That's better than taking a sack on 4th. 3rd and 5 here. 3 of 12 on 3rd. Short drop. Let's get some pressure, and we get a sack. Dennis Cross, welcome to the game. Ohio punting it here. A minute left. Good snap. Punt is away. No blocking. Let's see if we get some, and we break a tackle, fumble it, but we do pick it up. Thank the Lord for that. Thankfully, Sullivan's fumble doesn't kill us. Coming out in the gun. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Medlock launches it, and he's got a completion. Maybe we have too much time to get there because Carter is rolling down the field for another long score. Oh my God, what a beast. I love this kid. But hopefully we didn't score too quickly. Ohio still has some time. But I will take that. Better than stressing about needing to score. Oh, I'm stressing. 34 seconds left. Please play conservatively, defense. And we don't. We blitz. We have to leave a guy wide open. Can we make the tackle? We do, thankfully. Stephen Green's there. 3rd and 8. 17 seconds left. Come on, D. Make a play. In the ace, weirdly. Drops back, throws it, and he's got a wide open man. What are we doing? I hate our defensive coordinator so much. He's the worst person. He sucks at his job. 8 seconds left. I wonder if we can get 2 miracles. Medlock drops, pressure's coming, throws it short, and that's a completion. Call timeout. 2nd and 5. Now is not the time to pad your stats, Medlock. We need deep balls. Drops, he's looking, he's got time, steps up, pressure, takes a sack. That is the end of regulation. Come on, guys. Start of overtime. We are starting with the ball. I'm going to get aggressive here. Running PA power to start the overtime period, and we take a sack because we can't block. Come on, guys. 3rd and 16. We desperately need a conversion here. Medlock drops. Pressure's coming. Throws it over the middle and gets a completion. Might be in field goal range. Coach is probably going to kick a field goal now. And Coach is electing for the field goal. This might be... Oh, this is out of his range. We missed this last week. Kick is up, and it's well short. We lose the game. We're going to lose. Ohio's going to score. Unless the defense manages to make a play they haven't done all game, we probably lost there. Pressure, and we do get the sack. Dennis Cross gets another sack. That's something. 2nd and 14. Ohio in the gun. Looks like it might be their backup quarterback. Handoff up the middle, and we don't make the tackle. Ah, that sucks. 3rd and 7. It looked like we might have had a chance, but now it's looking like it's over. 3rd and 7. Quarterback drops. We don't get some pressure. Throws it out of bounds. Incomplete. 4th down. Ohio's kicker lining up for the field goal to win the game. Let's see if they have the range. Kick is up. It looks short. It is short. All right, we have hope. Double overtime. We have hope. Start of double overtime. Ohio's quarterback is back in. 5 wide formation. In motion, handoff, and we give them tons of yards there. Looks like 8. 2nd and 2. I am begging, I am pleading for my defense to make a stop. 5 receivers set. Quarterback drops, and we don't make the sack. We give them the first down. We give them the touchdown. No, we don't give them the touchdown, but that sucks. Ohio hurrying to the line again. In the gun. 3 receivers left. Making a call at the line. We need our defensive line to step up. And they hand it off. They get tons of yards, and they get about 5 there. 3rd and 5 after my defense continues to let me down. We had a play there, but we didn't make it. And that's a incomplete. What's the flag for? Pass interference on the defense. Come on, you idiot. Ugh. 1st and goal for the Bobcats after a PI. And they hand it off, and we give them the touchdown because we suck. God, I hate their defense so much. 1st and 10 at the 25. We need a touchdown to stay in this game. PA run here. Nope, they give it to him. And we get 7 yards there. I'll take it. 2nd and 3. I can feel myself panicking. I know I'm making bad decisions, but we're coming out in the 5 wide. Medlock drops, looking, throws it in the end zone, and he's got a touchdown. Turner, atta boy. What a play. Finally, we get some life here. Kept the toes in. No controversy there. All right, 1st and 10 at the 25 again. We need another touchdown. Oh my God, we get an offside, or we get a false start. Come on. 1st and 15 now after the false start. Let's go, Medlock. Find something. Find something. Throws it deep. Intercepted. Not the defender, you idiot. I meant our guy. All right. Triple overtime. We need the defense to step up again. We need it. We cannot keep doing this. Short drop. And we take a sack. Nice job by Dennis Cross there. Sorry for the dogs barking in the background. 2nd and 17. Ohio in a tight gun formation. Drops, looking, and Dennis Cross with another sack. Taking over the game. 3rd and 24 now. 3rd and 24 for the Ohio Bobcats. Let's hope our defense doesn't get super aggressive for no reason. Tight end goes across the formation. And quarterback drops. He's looking, pressure, and throws it into the end zone, and it is swatted down. Would have preferred a pick there, but I'll take it. 4th down. 4th and 24 here. Ohio in the gun. Please don't get aggressive. We bring some pressure, throws it deep, and he's got a man who makes the catch. Oh my God. We suck. We suck. 4th and 24. We give up a touchdown to lose the game. Oh my God. What a frustrating game. If I was the head coach, I would fire the defensive coordinator, but I'm not the head coach, and I don't have the ability to do that. That sucks. That really sucks. In some ways, it was a fun game, but that is just terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible defense. I mean, I don't know what to say. Final stats for the game, Andrew Luck, 20 of 35, 362 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks. Had a pretty good game if you excuse the game-losing interceptions. Purcell, 14 for 71, 5 average. That's his best game of the season. Nathan Adams, 12 for 58, 4.2 and 2 touchdowns. Also had himself a good game, but the bad fumble, which I don't think really hurt us, or it did hurt us a little bit because we were in scoring range. So that sucks. Receiving, Shador Turner, 6 for 89 for 2 touchdowns. Brian Carter, 5 for 210 and 2 touchdowns. Did everything they could to try to get us the win, but it wasn't meant to be. We had 4 different receivers with no yards, 3 of which didn't even have a catch, just drops. 3 sacks allowed by Micah Pugh, Blake Fagan, and Devron Kelly. Micah Pugh I thought I benched. I'm not sure why he's still playing. Defense, 5 tackles for losses for Dennis Cross, 5 sacks, 1 sack for Bozeman, no interceptions. Did we have any pass deflections? We had a lot of pass deflections, but none where we actually picked off the ball. 2 forced fumbles, Sidani Dawson and Darius Johnson. 0 for 1 on field goals. Coach made a terrible decision to kick a field goal. Bad head coach, bad defensive coordinator. Terrible punting. 32.7 is horrendous. We need a new punter ASAP because we cannot rely on this kid. And then Markeith Cochran is out. Punt return is just nowhere to be found without him. We need him back, but it's 9 weeks. Such a heartbreaking loss there. The offense looks to be rounding into form, but the defense really let us down. I get a little too negative with them sometimes. I know they were jet lagged, but I would love to see some better effort and coaching. We'll be evaluating our lineup for any changes that can help us out. Sorry to go out on such a downer, but this is where I'm going to call it for episode 2. It's not ideal, but we still have a winning record and can do something special if everything comes together for us. Next week, we get to play at home and host yet another ranked team in the North Texas Eagles. I hope you're as excited as I am to see what the Lobos can do with the rest of their season. I've been Klinga Games, and I hope to see you in the next episode.